Money Moves with Myth 2.0, the podcast. And always remember, gentlemen, it's a motherfucking movie. So today we got yet another video of a gentleman who said that the cost of living in America is making people give up. So today we're going to give our own personal perspectives on the video. If you guys haven't subscribed, make sure you guys thumbs up this video and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. So without further ado, let's hop straight into the content.
Yo, 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 it's your boy 1D215 back with another video. How y'all doing out there? Y'all notice, ask a silly question here, but y'all notice how bad the cost of living is getting? I know it's probably one of them questions that you like, yeah. But, I mean, yours truly is starting to see and hear how bad it really is getting out here. It's to the point where I'm hearing stories about people living in their cars. Now, I've been hearing about that, but I'm hearing about it a whole lot more now. Like a whole lot. It's like a damn near normal thing now for people. It's not normal, but it's becoming the norm for people to be just living in they. I'ma move because that's for people to be.
So guys, is that the norm of the day? Is it normal for people to live in their cars homeless without a home because the cost of living is so high? You know, is that the norm? Let's keep it moving.
Living in their wheels. Like they living out of their cars, and this is crazy. And we talk about people with jobs. We're not talking about homeless people. Well, somewhat homeless, but you know what I mean. We talk about employed individuals getting up every day, going to work, showering wherever they shower. Probably the local YMCA or a truck stop or wherever people can get a quick shower at. And they going to work, coming back to their vehicle and doing the same thing over and over again. It's bad. It's bad here in 2025. And it's been bad for a while. It's been bad for quite a while, but it's getting worse. Y'all remember when...
I'm kind of glad he pointed that out. Yeah, it is bad in 2025. You know, you got a lot of modern American people who are hardworking people who go to work every day, but still, like, the rent is just so high. The cost to afford a home is just, it has went through the roof, and this is not, something that has just it started. It's been quietly, affecting the American people for a while now. But now it's like everybody's coming out talking about it and stuff now. But let's keep it moving.
$20 an hour was a thing. Remember before COVID, matter of fact. Let's go before COVID. And $20 an hour, you wasn't rich. You wasn't even well off. But you was living decently. $20 an hour, people, is the new 10. $20 an hour is the new $10 an hour. Fact. Nowadays, shit.
You want to know something about it? I don't agree with what he's saying. I agree that $20 an hour is the new and the same $20 an hour, but the price of homes and rent it just keep going up. If you want luxury, so many people in America. So like all of these places where like luxury places where people want to live, where it's safe and stuff like that, the rent is extremely expensive, even in poor communities as well. So you know, you're getting where that $20 an hour, you know, you can't afford the rent unless you have like two or three other people making $20 an hour with you, and you guys are all going in on a 2 3 bedroom place together. It's like you cannot do it alone now. It's like you need a roommate. People to survive in 2025. But let's keep it moving.
$30 an hour, you barely make it. You're barely making it with $10 an hour. It is crazy. It is crazy. I mean, think about it. You got people literally, that's a true story, living out of their cars, not able to barely get groceries that's going to last. You put 8 items in your cart, it's $70. You look for a bargain not even a bargain no more. A bargain is, I could get 3 of these things that used to be $3 a piece. But now, if I buy 3, I could get 3 for 12. And so on and so forth. Y'all know the math. Y'all know where I'm getting at. It's wild. It's wild. And it's at an all-time high as far as people trying to maintain and keep their sanity. I mean, yours truly go through the ringer. Don't get it fucked up. Do I work every day? Yes. Do I have a stable place to live? Yes. A stable vehicle? Yes. But there's no stars and clovers and shining light for me either. It's bad out here. It really is. And it's
Horrible. And you got to think, and just like he said, you got to think that, there's a lot of guys who and people who are going to rebel, and it's like just a society of people who are deciding that they don't want to work a job at all. You know, the homeless in every state is increasing at alarming rates. The number of homeless women is exponentially higher than it was in 2020. You know, I'm seeing a lot of videos of women sleeping in cars and outside just as much as men, and people are getting priced out. It's like, you know, there's a whole thing with in the real estate community where everybody's pushing their prices up. Like the government's pushing taxes up. The homeowners is pushing the price of the property goes up automatically. Taxes go up, price of property goes up, then the rent goes up. But how are we going to afford any of these properties with working a 9 to 5? You know, and it's like they try to set you up for getting a mortgage loan, and then a mortgage loan for a person at my age. 9 times out of 10, I probably would never be able to own that property. That means that if I'm 35 and I got a 30-year mortgage, then I won't own this house until I'm 65 years old. So I got like at least a couple more years before I hang my towel up. If you guys catch my drift, and if I'm healthy enough to work for the next 30 years and pay $1 to $2,500 a month for a mortgage, But that's my personal opinion. But let's keep it moving.
like, I'm trying to figure out why is it? Why is it so bad? Now you can say economy, inflation, the government. And I ain't gonna get too deep into that, but that's, if we being real, the government, whatever the case may be, I see no end in sight. I see no end in sight. Obviously, inflation is going to be inflation. Inflation is never going to drop. That's just fact. But this other stuff, minimum wage. Now, here's the thing. I live in PA, right? And they got this thing with the minimum wage supposed to be going up.
So PA is Pennsylvania. For everybody who don't know, for all the other people who are from overseas and not really know, never been to America, PA stands for Pennsylvania. But let's keep it moving.
They've been talking about it for years. 15 hours out. Who gives a fuck? Because at the end of the day, people still gonna struggle. People still gonna struggle no matter what. I like to think of it as paying dues. Not in a good way. But it's like we pay taxes every year. You got people that pay mortgages, insurance, car insurance, home insurance. That, and it's a never-ending cycle. It's a never-ending cycle. And it's hard to the point where you have to, depending on who you are and what your situation is, you have to worry about how you're going to make it through forget the year, forget the month. You got to figure out sometimes how you're going to make it through the week, if we being real. If we being real. And it's like, I mean, I'm at a loss for words. Everything is rising. Everything is rising.
And he's showing a lot about that. Because you got to think about it, guys. If you're 35 and you're thinking about getting a mortgage, you got to think about it. Is your body strong enough to work for the next 30 years without you breaking down? Will you have enough money to cover your mortgage if you couldn't work for 2-3 years or whatever, And then when you think of, you put all your bills together, like my car insurance has been $250 every month for the past 2 3 years for one vehicle, and then you add other things to that: light bill, taxes, phone bill, Netflix bill, food, gas. It's not easy, but we got to keep going. But let's keep it moving.
Like, this joint is really real. Like, I got friends and associates that I talk to, and that's like the topic of discussion with every conversation. It might start off as, yo, what's up, bro? How you been? Oh, man, I see you doing your YouTube thing. Those that do know. I see you doing your YouTube thing. Keep doing it, man. You're doing good, whatever the case may be. And vice versa. Yeah, bro, how you been? Me, man, just staying out the way. This crazy-ass world we live in. That's another thing. Not only do you have to worry about the cost of living, you have to worry about these crazy times and these crazy people that we dealing with in today's world.
Facts.
You talk about stressful. That's why I said in the previous video, if y'all watch me religiously, mental health is a real thing for a lot of people. I ain't gonna lie. I used to frown upon mental health because I thought mental health is just for certain. Mental health, it ain't really a thing. It's for whack jobs. It's for crazy people. Mental health, come on. I knew it was a real thing, don't get me wrong, but I didn't know it was this diverse to the point where I think we all, especially in the last 5 years or so, we all have a little bit of mental health issues. Some worse than others, obviously, but we all have it because it's a crazy world we living in. If it ain't the cost of living, it's the crime.
And then that's another thing, another topic that I've been going over. Mental health is horrible. You got guys and girls who go on jobs and they can't mentally get through the job because the people on the job are so experienced with their mental that, you know, things, stuff that doesn't get to them might get to the new people, and then the new people start running their mouths and, not letting the boss be the boss. And then, bad stuff start to happen. But guys, I'm not going to react to this whole video, but we exactly get exactly what this man is saying. Rent's high, the bills are insane. You know, bills are insane. They're high. But if you guys are want to rock with this gentleman's channel on YouTube, I'm gonna leave a description to his channel down below. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe. And I'm gonna holler at you guys on the next video. Over and out.